Generally, the lion is seen as an intimidating carnivore for a good reason. Their substantial talons and fangs pose a significant hazard to any creature hindering their path. Notwithstanding this, numerous humans interact with these enormous cats frequently. Adolfo, a male who brought in a lioness some years back, had no fear of engaging with such lethal creatures. To illustrate, he would boldly step into the lion's cages routinely. Regardless, such ventures were potentially fatal, irrespective of his experience. This was even clearer when he encountered Kira, the lioness he had adopted earlier. The question stood, would she recall him or pose a fatal risk? Typically, lions hold the title of the jungle's sovereign for a justified reason. As apex predators, no creature can compete with their enormous talons and ultra-sharp fangs. The simple idea of a random encounter with one in the wild can cause anyone to head for safety promptly. Nevertheless, despite the known fierceness of these felids, numerous humans opt to interact with them in their cages and train them. One such individual was a lion trainer identified as Adolfo, who invested much time in rearing a lion cub named Kira. Contrary to the majority, Adolfo dismissed all warnings and dedicated the bulk of his time to training lions and lionesses, like Kira. Even though they spent a considerable amount of Kira's early years together, they eventually had to part ways. When Adolfo completed training Kira, she was still in her infancy. Around that time, he had to continue with his duties, encompassing training an assortment of other lions and performing varied tricks and good behavior practices. Following his leave, Kira found a new home with the Black Jaguar White Tiger Foundation. As the days turned into weeks into months, Kira matured into a magnificent, robust lioness. In fact, she developed so much that she was virtually unrecognizable from her formative period with Adolfo. Soon she reached her full growth. Fortunately for Kira, she had many other large cats at the facility for companionship. She had plenty of pals to spend her days with, whether idly lounging or engaged in playful chases. Yet it appeared that nothing could replace her former partner. Therefore, when the staff of the Black Jaguar White Tiger Foundation learned that Adolfo planned a visit to reunite with Kira, they were beyond thrilled. They decided to keep this news from her, as they wanted it to be an enormous surprise. However, given Kira's drastic transformation, would she recognize Adolfo? That was a risk they were ready to take. On the specific day of a grand get-together, Kira was behaving just as she usually would. Indeed, there was no hint that a familiar face from her past was on the verge of dropping in for a surprise visit. Suddenly, the staff at the center received notification that Adolfo had made his appearance and would be nearing Kira's living area in no time. They gently guided Kira towards the entrance, preparing her for an exceptional surprise. Yet they were unsure about her potential reaction upon seeing the man. As Adolfo drew nearer, Kira appeared tentative. Who was this person? And why was he coming towards her living area? Then as he got near enough, Kira broke the suspense with an astonishing action. Evidently, Adolfo and Kira share a potent connection. The years apart seemed to vanish, and it felt as though they'd been in each other's company throughout. If stories like this move you, what would you do in Adolfo's place? Would you take the risk of reconnecting with such a powerful animal after so much time apart? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to The Unusual for more unique and heartwarming tales like this.